Welcome to the channel, everybody. My name is Ryan, and this is the Unreal World. And we are here at our little base camp, standing on top of our dried elk cuts, which have 3 more days. And thank goodness, because my guy is starving again. We haven't had too much luck active hunting, but our traps have paid off a little bit. We've got a bird or two in the meantime, and we've got ourselves a small fox we just picked up. Now, speaking of traps, while I butcher this guy and skin him up, let's talk about the wolves that we've sighted. So, there are some wolves down to the south. Don't worry, we're safe from them here. They're too far south from this location. But we did set up one trap. We risked it. I took the risk and I went over there and they were in the area. We've gone back once to check that trap, and so far nothing there. But I mean, the wolves are there; they're just not in the trap yet. So we're going to keep our eye on that. In addition, of course, we're trying to get as much hunting done as we can with what little bit of daylight there is. Of course, during the winter time, there's very little heat, but there's also very little light too up here in the far north. So we're in the third week before midwinter point, and of course, as I've mentioned before, once you reach the midwinter point, theoretically, every day you're moving towards summer again, towards the spring and summer. So we're right now pretty much in the dead of winter. We have entered like the dead months, if you want to call them that. Late winter month, yeah, you can see up here the winter season. We're in full swing. We have luckily killed one big animal, so we did get enough clothing to get us through this without having to like just huddle in our shelter constantly, which is good because being able to get out and travel at least a little distance in the dead of winter is so crucial to survival. I mean, if you're tied to just like one or two spaces, away from your shelter, you're pretty much guaranteed to starve to death. I mean, it's hard to just survive on a couple of birds a week, or a month or whatever. But anyway, we're not in that situation. We don't have to worry about it. So all we've got to do is worry about cooking up this little fox. Now, I've got some bones. We definitely need to keep those for crafting purposes since we've got these nice mods installed. Oh man, I tell you what, the bone, the antler, basically everything we come across now is going to be super important for us to keep and make stuff out of because our little runaway slave here, he is not going to do any trading or anything like that. No, no, no. He's too traumatized for that. So, we've got the fire going. Let's get some meat cooking. There we go. 3 cuts. Ugh. I wanted to try and save one of those, go put it on the trap where the wolves are because we don't have anything baited in it. I might still do that. I'll show you what I'm going to do with it though. But first things first, let's take a little nap here. We're going to wake up. Yeah, he's going to be completely like awake all night. It's a little annoying, but let's check this. Yeah, okay. At least we can mess around with this fur for a while we still have a tiny bit of light left. You can see that the light is getting smaller though. Yeah, we have like one little ring around us that we can see, and that's it. But still good to go into stealth mode. So while we have a bunch of energy, one thing you can do, it's risky, especially since we recently saw lynx around here, which is a kind of a medium-sized cat. We can take down some of these small trees, even with very little light. I don't plan on like moving them all back right now. I'm just going to cut some down. Basically, I'm just killing time. You know, we're warm enough. We can get ourselves some wood if we need it. We'll probably end up leaving most of this here, but again, just killing some time, wasting it without just standing there. You could just stand in your shelter and just do this and just pass time without doing anything, but I always feel like I hate doing that. I want to be, even if it's just chopping branches off a tree, I want to be doing something. So I'm always trying to be out here, as long as we're not, freezing to death. It's good to be out here chopping trees and stuff. So anyway, let me go ahead and do that for a little while longer. Oh, good. He is tired now. Okay. Now we can head back home. We're going to eat our delicious fox cuts. No, don't step in the water. There we go. Don't even really need a fire right now. We're good enough inside our shelter and the nice warmth we've got with our clothing. So let's eat. All right. Eat one more time. Perfect. Now he's got one more cut left, but we're too full to eat it. So what I'm going to do is sleep. All right. Now he's hungry again. What I'm going to do is eat, but then stop. So he's going to stop. I canceled it by hitting escape. Now you can see, did he eat some of it? Yeah, I think he ate some of it. So let's do that again. I'm trying to get him to nibble. Okay, stop. Yes. No, okay, darn it. He's not eating. I was hoping to get him to eat like a small piece of it so we could just put part of this in the trap, but he's not doing it. So we're just going to have to put the whole thing. Apparently, it won't prevent him from eating like just small pieces. But no worries, no worries. Let's see. All right, let me finish up the skin. Then we're going to make our way down to where the wolves live. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Check this out. Man, we are seeing a lot of these winter foxes. You see that boy right there? He is camouflaged, but he's right there to the north of us. So I just stopped off here to check some traps we've got, and he's not in the trap, but he's near him. He looks a little fatigued. Let's take a shot at him. As you can see, I've got my quick spruce bow, and the fowling arrow is knocked and ready, so we're just going to hit T. He is already centered on, so let's... Oh, we missed him. We missed him. Our arrow's still right there. Let's try again. We'll go for a blunt arrow this time, just because I made a couple of those. Oh, almost got him. One more? Nah, he's out of the picture. All right, so we'll grab our little ammo here. That's not bad, though. I mean, maybe he'll wander back this way and walk into our little traps here. We've had some luck with the foxes, so that's not too bad. We can hope for that. But you can see that's just right next to our shelter. But here we go. Here's the fun part. We're heading south. Did I just see something? Oh, it's a trader right there. No worries, that's not going to help us eat. Let's stop off here real quick. I just want to look at the traps. Okay, there's only 3 here. Yeah, I'm starting to, as we catch them, I'm starting to disassemble the traps. There's a bird right there. Let's try it. Some of these birds are pretty big. No, he's already in the air. If they're flying, I don't shoot at them. Okay, this is it. All right, let's get serious, guys. This is where we last saw the wolves, was in this area. Now, I don't see them here, but yet, doesn't mean... Oh, there's that person. There's a dude down there. We're going to avoid him. Of course, as a runaway slave, we're very wary around humans, so we don't go near them. All right, wolves are a different story. No, oh, darn it. Okay, so our trap has not been triggered. There are tons of tracks everywhere. You see these tracks? These are all wolf tracks. Here you notice very fresh wolf tracks. So I'm betting they're still in the area. It's time to put some meat in this baby. There we go. Our fox cut. Whew, man. Let's hope that does the trick, but I'm not going to stick around here too long. We probably shouldn't check it every single day either. It does make a difference, and it keeps track of how often you've checked your traps, basically. So if we go a day or two, they might be a little bit more comfortable to check the... Oh, look at that. Oh, do you see it? Do you guys see it? Let me zoom in. There it is. Oh, hopefully we can just forget about the wolves. We don't have to eat nasty wolf meat now if we get ourselves a reindeer. Ho ho! So, first things first, I'm going to check my inventory. Let's wield a better arrow than a blunt. Let's grab a fowling. Now, I'm going to look at my endurance. It's pretty high. I think we can rest. Yep. What are we carrying? Okay, we've got all this, nothing crazy like any sticks or rocks. We're good. Let's go ahead and I want to be fully prepared. Okay, so it's probably best to come at these guys from the north if possible. So that, oh, it's getting dark. Oof. All right, I'm just going to encounter them. Now, first things first, oh, look how close we are. Damn. I have to zoom out. All right, so as I've mentioned, if you want to have successful hunts, you got to be zoomed out. There are so many of them. I'm going to go to the map. This won't take any time, don't worry. And I have to mark this location. Deer, we're coming back to here. If we don't get successful, even if we are successful, we're coming back here. So I'm going to turn. They clearly see me, even though they're turning away from me. They know I'm here. There's probably some behind me, but let's take a shot at this one. God, look how close he is. I really don't know if this fowling arrow is even going to hurt him, but let's try it. Oh, no way. No way. We didn't kill him. Nope, he's still up. Let's look at him. Okay. Escaping wound, suffering from a minor puncture. So we dropped him, but it was just a minor puncture. Although it's a hind leg, so, I mean, that's good news. All right, let's go into chase mode. Now, the next hard thing is kind of keeping an eye on which particular deer you're hunting. Of course, we can always look at them, so it's not the end of the world if I lose sight of them and get mixed up a little bit, but you just got to be aware that there's a lot of them. So he's probably not in that group. I have a feeling he's still running, but like I said, it's always good. Just go through, look at these guys, you know. They're all fatigued a little bit. That one's not, but this is definitely not him. No, so he's up here a little bit. Let's keep going. I'm not just going to start taking random shots at him either. I like to focus on one. There he is. That's him right there. He's carrying my arrow. All right, so I'm going to focus on him, like I said, make him run, make him tired. If the rest of them stick around the area, that's perfect, but I'm out. Okay, he's running now. Let me make sure I've got the right one in my sights here. Yep. So we want him to run so he gets tired out. So I'm just going to kind of chase the group. Is that him right there heading north? Don't be afraid to look as much as you want. Looking doesn't take any time. It doesn't pass as time like moving does or like knocking an arrow does. So, oof, he's letting me get close to him right there, isn't he? Could take a shot at that one. It's all right. Not going to be wasting arrows shooting at like 5 different deer here. Not doing that. All right, we went in stealth just because. That's not him. There he is. That's him, I bet, right there with the little baby behind him. Yep, that's the one. Still only slightly fatigued, so let's keep that pressure on him. Now, I will shoot at him again if he comes into range, but I'm going to run. Keep the real pressure on him. Okay. I lose sight of him. I stop running. Okay. Where you at? Come on. See, this is hard right now because we don't have maximum visibility. Almost, but it is late afternoon, and as you can see, I can't see the full map. Damn, that's not him. Oh, is that him up there? So it does reduce how much I can see, therefore how much, yeah, that's him right there. Let's keep going. All right, he's running. It's not terrible, though. If it were much lower, the light levels, I would pretty much say this is not worth it. Let's come back in the morning, but we're right on that cusp where we can still do some hunting here. He looks very fatigued. So this guy is seriously about to drop. I think we've got ourselves another successful hunt. Let's get ready. You know what? I'm so confident I'm not even going to shoot another arrow. I'm just going to go ahead and wield my, I guess I'll do my stone axe. Is he better at the axe than he is? Yeah, we're much better at an axe than we are a knife. But I can see, it's very hard to tell, but if you can see, we've actually gone up a little bit of skill in our knife since starting the game. It's a tiny little sliver. You see how this has got like a lighter color to it, our stealth? Because we've leveled up since the beginning a little bit. Also, you can see hide working. Tiny little sliver of building, too. That's how you know you've leveled. But anyway, side note. Sorry. Distracted here from the hunt. Let's get this boy. So I'm going to go full out sprint because we can literally just about keep up with him. And the more pressure I put on him, the tireder he's becoming. Yep, he's not going to be able to get away at this point. Now, keep in mind, as I'm sprinting, this number reaches 100, I'm stuck. I won't be able to run anymore. So I'm actually going to stop because, again, you got to keep in mind, too, we still have to down him. We still have to swing our axe and knock him out, and all that takes endurance. So we've got to plan ahead a little bit, but he is inside. I'm literally stealth, like creeping towards him, and he can't get away from me. He's trying, he's sprinting, but he is breathless. Let's take one final look at him. He is breathless. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and zoom in. We'll come back one, just because he's slightly out of sight there. All right, beautiful. Okay, like I said, I got the axe wielded. It is a one-handed weapon, so I don't need to get rid of my bow. I can just keep that on me. All right, we're right in front of him. Okay, so I hit the 2 button to indicate I want to use my axe. I'm going to push the 9 button because that's the direction he's at. I always go blunt because I want to try and avoid cutting up the skin. We want a nice, clean kill here so the skin is good, or the fur. And let's see. Personally, I like to aim for the legs. I'll go for the legs over and over until he drops, till he's on the ground, because then he's not going to be moving anymore. Then you can go for the head. Let's do the legs, though. Get him knocked down. And usually when they're really tired like this, it's super easy to just knock the legs out from under them. Okay, I'm missing, though. No, I hit him a couple times. He's just getting back up there. Oh, we killed him. No, we didn't. He's just bleeding. Okay, he's unconscious. You can tell if you can't stand on top of him, like to butcher him, then he's not dead. He says your forest doe is in your way. If he was dead, then he wouldn't. We could walk right over the top of him. But he's close. He's unconscious. So let's finish the job here. 2, Indicate the direction, blunt to the skull. You could go for the neck, but like I said, it's just better blunt to the skull. Now he's dead. Wow. We have done it, folks. I'm going to pick up my arrow. Don't think. Oh, no way. I can actually carry this boy. What? Our dude is super strong. No, that's the wrong one. Here it is. Yeah, look at his strength and endurance are maxed out. They're top of the list right here. So, and plus he's big. He's got like a 235 weight. So imagine there's kind of a correlation between strength and weight. So the bigger the guy, if he was 275 pounds, he'd be a little bit even stronger as long as he's maxed out. But super pawn right here. Anyway, so we've got him. We've got the deer on us. 257 pounds. We got it slung over our backs, man. Let's get back to the shelter. Okay, guys, here we are back at the shelter. I've got a nice roaring fire going. We're standing next to our little water puddle, so I'm going to drop this boy. There he is, forest reindeer. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Deer. We will gladly sacrifice you. So I'm actually pretty weary right now, which is pushing it, but it's okay. We can push ourselves. You know what? I just noticed too. I always like to make sure I've got my arrow knocked in this situation. Oh, don't keep your axe with you like that. There's no reason to. So get yourself ready for the next hunt. Now, anyway, so we've skinned him. You can see his body's a little bit red. It's probably hard to see because it's so dark, but I'm going to go ahead and butcher him. So I want to get some of this done before we go to bed. Okay, so I've got the bones and the antlers. I'm going to push that into the shelter. I'd like to keep going, but my guy is really tired. So you know what I should probably do is cook a little bit of this. Yeah, let's do 10 of those. Okay, I'm out now. I need to wait until that's done, so I'm actually going to risk this. Okay. Oop. No, it's not done. Damn it. My guy's about to pass out. If he passes out, this might burn. That's probably stupid. I should have waited. So the shortest thing I can do time-wise is just cut down some branches. Let's do that. Don't pass out. Okay, thank God. All right, we got the food. Now he can eat before bed. So make sure, as I mentioned in the past, if you're starving, don't accidentally just eat the first thing in your inventory because it's that raw stack. So make sure you don't eat the raw meat. He will get sick from that. And if he's starving, he will eat it too. He'll just happily gobble down raw stuff because he's so hungry. But don't make that mistake. I've done that. So, okay, so it is morning. I'm going to go ahead and eat again since we've got plenty of food now. This is the time to go ahead and start recovering from starvation. Beautiful. Nice. Now I'm going to get the skin worked. We've got to get this food dried, but the skin, we can do that kind of in stages. So, okay, I'm going to take a drink. I'm going to eat. Again, as I mentioned previously, I'm going to reiterate a lot of stuff here once we get these big kills, but it's easy to forget to eat. When you've been on a starvation diet for a long time, not feeding him at all, it's easy to forget once you do have the food. And oftentimes I've done it before. I'll look up and I'm starving him again, even though I got a pocket full of meat. So make sure to stop in between your, like, whatever you're doing with the skin or whatever you're cooking and feed him. So let's go ahead and tan this skin where we've cleaned it. It's time to use the fat. I'm going to use the skin. Beautiful. Now this has what, a couple of hours? Yeah, a couple of hours. So we can do other things like get this meat dried. Now the fire's out, but that doesn't matter. Oh, look. Look at this. Our dried elk cuts will be ready tomorrow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. That's crazy, actually. We got ourselves a fresh kill on basically the day before. Our last kill will be ready to go. It almost makes me want to hold off and not make this meat yet. Here's the dilemma that I'm thinking about is I do want to take this guy and bring him out to the east here in no man's land. Now, we've got enough meat at this point to get out there and look around. 170 dried elk cuts is enough for a couple weeks. So he can safely get out there and look around and stuff. Now, of course, we got the reindeer, though. So I'm going to end up with all this raw stuff. I can either start to dry it now, which means we're locked to this shelter here for another 2 weeks or more. Actually, it's more like 30 days before we can leave. So it kind of puts you into a cycle where what am I going to do for 30 days? Well, I'll probably be hunting those deer over there, which means we're going to be getting more kills and we're going to be locked into this place for longer. So you see what I'm saying? If we don't get up and move right now before I do this kill here of 105 reindeer cuts, we might not move for like the entire season. We might be here in the summer, basically. So I think it's about time to pick up stakes, honestly. Now, what does that mean for us? We've got to basically figure out what we want to take. Probably not going to take every single thing here, but a lot of it will go. The bones will go for crafting, the feathers, all that. And there's a couple of traps I'd like to check. I'm not going to go around disassembling every single one of them. You know, I was partially kidding when I said you need to take them all down because of the poor animals. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can leave them up. But there's a couple like this one, the big one, and the one down there and where the wolves are at. I'd like to look at them one more time because if we could carry a wolf with us out to the west, that would be even greater. You know, or out to the east, I should say. That would be even better. So, anyway, that was long whole spiel was to tell you that we're gonna move, guys. But I got a little preparation to do, so give me just 1 second, and I'm gonna get everything wrapped up and ready to go, and we're gonna make our road. Okay, guys. Well, here's one of the last things I wanted to do before leaving was check on this trap right here. This, of course, is where the wolves are at. Oh, I came out here so late. It's early evening. Well, we can go in. I was going to say we're able to go into stealth. That means there's probably nothing in the trap. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and fish my meat cut out of there. Let's get that baby. Let's double check here. Nah, nothing I want here. Just some slender trunks. So we'll head back up to our trap or our shelter up here. This is a stop off before we get home. It's too late. Probably gonna have to spend the night at this shelter if I can find it. Where are we? I think we're one south of it. Yep, there it is. Okay, so we'll sleep here for the night. Look at this. Luckily, we can eat. Oh, yes. You know, we should probably do a sacrifice, too. Roasted, roasted. All right, it's all roasted, so let's just do a sacrifice of this Arctic fox cut. There we go. Feel comfortable again. So, it's evening, lively, but no worries, no worries. Let me go ahead and kill a little bit of time, and we're going to head out in the morning. Okay, everybody, we are here. It is morning. I have picked up all the food. Yes, all that dried food is now ready to go. I've also picked up everything here from our shelter. I left a few feathers behind, a rough bow and arrow head. That's kind of just for the next guy who comes around, you know. We've, of course, got a little bit of a little bit of firewood. You know what? I should probably take some of this just in case it gets like really, really dire out there, you know. Now, we do have some good clothing, don't get me wrong. We're wearing some good stuff here. It's just, it's not like a full outfit. So it could get really, really cold. We might have to stop and make a fire. Now, you can see I'm actually pretty loaded down. I'm literally carrying 300 pounds of stuff. So this is my inventory screen now. I've got a ton of stuff on me, including about 86 pounds of raw meat. So we need to find a good shelter location. Doesn't have to be our permanent base, but just needs to be something decent, like near some hunting ground we can kind of set up initially. So anyway, let's not keep talking about it. Let's do it. We're zooming out all the way. Okay, so generally, you know, as I said, we're just heading eastward. Now, luckily, we are traveling at the best time of year for this, in my opinion, to do serious, like, long-term traveling, because we can go over ice. You know, the water and stuff that normally is such a pain, like rivers to cross and big lakes, we just walk right over the top of it. So I can literally just choose a direction, like we said, eastward. Let's go. Recovery from starvation. That's good. Yep. It's just giving me notifications now that we're recovering, so. And now this is going to happen a lot. We are over encumbered just because we're carrying so much, and he's still recovering from starvation, so he's not at a perfect endurance level. So he might have to rest a bit more than like a normal healthy guy would, but he's still making it. Now the big risk here is running into hostiles. There are robbers out there. Oops, I didn't mean to zoom in. Actually, let's get some water. That's kind of what I was trying to do, and I forgot we don't have any bowl or canteen, so we'll grab some water. But there are hostile robbers who could group up and like ambush us. There are also individuals who are of that Nez Perce or whatever they're called. The enemy, the purple guys. They look red when you encounter them, but their culture sign is purple. So you can encounter those, and they can be extremely dangerous on their own or even in groups. I'm pretty sure you can get attacked by groups of those too. And that's kind of where we're headed. If we look here, pull all the way out on the world, we're headed east, like I said. But if I look to the south, well, there they are. So the enemy is like, in terms of civilized territories, they're going to be our closest neighbor, are these purple guys. They're the enemy. So they're always hostile. Every other color on the map is neutral or friendly. You can trade with them, visit them, come into their territory and their houses and sleep there. These guys will attack you on sight, the purple. So yeah, like I said, we're heading into their territory, but it's our territory too. No one controls the Mother Nature. That's the whole point, isn't it? All right, so it's getting late. You can see it's late afternoon. We're weary. I'm going to go ahead and eat. We got lots of good roasted meat. I made sure to cook up a bunch of this reindeer, so not all of it's raw. And of course, you can see we've got over close to 20 pounds of dried elk cut. So let's go ahead and lay right down here. We don't need to zoom in. Okay, well, now we can't sleep because it's snowing. So I'll just get up. No, there's a hair there. We won't worry about it. Sleep again. All right, and it's snowing again, so we wake up. It's a little annoying. Okay, it stopped snowing, so we'll sleep. There we go. So we fully recovered here. We can just travel for the day. Oh, let's eat. And I will need to probably stop and get a drink here in a minute. Let's push it, though. All right, yeah, okay, let's stop and eat and drink right here. I was hoping to maybe find a river or a lake, but that's good enough. And we have to rest. All right, now we'll zoom in. If you can't find water, just zoom in on one of these flat areas. There's always puddles. See them? Little bitty ponds and lakes and stuff. Here's one. Sometimes it's hard to see because they are covered up by white snow, but open that up. Boom, we got fresh water. And you can drink any water source in the game. It's all safe. You'll never get sick from drinking water. Let's see here. Roasted. This, I think, is a time period in Earth's history when there isn't any pollution. The worst thing in the water would be like a dead carcass, essentially, which would get you sick. But that just... Oh, there's something right above us. I think it was a badger. Yeah, but that just doesn't exist in this game. So, you can see we've pushed our way out a little bit, haven't we? We're still not towards where I want to be. I'd like to be right out there in the middle of the deepest part of the wilderness. So let's keep moving. At this point, our only real issue is that meat. I don't want to waste it. But I do want to find a relatively good spot, something cool that might have some unique qualities to it or something. Sometimes you can find some really interesting areas on the map. Nice little woods, like little forests that are not like the same as all the other trees around them. I like to call them enchanted forests, but that's a bit of a misnomer because there's nothing like that in the game really. But there is an elk right in front of us. Did you see that? He just popped in and out. He was in these woods though, so... Oh, there he is right there. Just disappeared again though. Oh, this is interesting. I'll zoom in on this. Oh, this is just like a really open, flat area, huh? Yeah, look at this. Barely any trees here. Wow. So this is what I'm talking about. Sometimes you'll notice, and it's hard because there's only slight variations in the look, the texture, what I'm seeing on the map here. But you can see it's slightly different than the rest of the area around it. Even the rest of that flatland has a lot more trees. So this is a unique little area, possibly. We're getting extremely tired, though. It's time for bed. Okay, check this out. So it's early morning, but I woke up cool. We're actually a little bit cool. We're not cold, but you can tell that the winter is pretty rough out here. So let's see. We don't have anything to drink, plenty to eat. Oh, I think our roasted food is getting a little bit rough. It's an awful roasted cut, bland. Maybe we're just bad at cooking. I think that might be it. But let's see. Is this water right here? Yeah. All right, so we got a little water right next to us. Perfect. I was thinking about starting a fire, but we'll be okay. As long as the sun comes up soon, we should be able to search around. We just don't have a lot of visibility now, unfortunately, because the sun. All right, as long as we don't get cold. We can tolerate cool, but not cold. Now, this is interesting. This is what I'm looking for here. This isn't some special enchanted forest. What this is a huge open plain, Now, it's not the biggest I've ever seen. Potentially it could be more. Here we go. Opens up to here we go. This is what we want. Nice, happy hunting ground. Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay, this is good. Let's see here. I like it. I like it a lot. So this is a very potential spot. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go ahead and find a quick spot to slap down a shelter. We'll do it kind of close to some trees, but we want to still be right next to the opening, the flat land here. So I'll just pick a random spot wherever. I'll kind of look around here. Of course, my criteria is this right here. I always need to find a tree next to, it doesn't have to be directly next to a pond, but near some water. So we will set up the shelter exactly where I'm standing. Of course, all we need to do is scrape together a few resources from right nearby here, some branches and sticks, and what we'll do, we'll make this our base camp. And from here, we'll start to search the area around here for an even better spot, like a just the perfect spot to build our cabin. Because that's what we're going to do. Eventually, we got to graduate from these stupid shelters to actual log cabins. So that's going to do it for this episode, though. All that's going to have to wait for the future. I appreciate everybody stopping by for this one. Hit that like and subscribe if you are enjoying the Unreal World content. I know I'm certainly enjoying it, bringing it to you guys. So I appreciate all you guys out there, and I will see you on the next episode. Hey there, everybody. I just wanted to give a very special shout out to my Patreon members. These folks may not only make my channel possible, but they help motivate me to do the very best I can here on YouTube, and I appreciate them very much. Also, I want to give a very special shout out to Vita for providing this cuttlefish scientist drawing. Thank you, Vita.